And we're doing it live.
Welcome back.
Doing it live. 2025.
We are back on a weekly schedule.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So,
thank you for converting to this office today.
yeah.
It's been a week of everyone's sick, everyone's this, everyone's that. It's that time of year, though.
Yep.
So it's kind of expected.
Yeah. Were you at home yesterday?
I was with little man.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Is he better?
He's the same. He's
Okay.
not worse. He never got a fever. That's the reason I kept him home. He woke up with a running. He's been, I guess, sleep regression or teething, one or the other. I think it's teething because he's drooling a lot. He has not slept through the night all week. So I'm on day 5 of interrupted sleep all through the week. It's, comes with parenting. You've done it 3 times.
Yeah.
But he'll wake up, he'll sit up, he'll look around. Like, I'm watching him on the monitor.
Go the fuck back to sleep.
And that's essentially what I'm saying in my head. I'm like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then he'll stand up and he'll look out and realize no one's come yet. And he's like, He'll just get like a little louder each time. And then he'll like, I'm like, all right, I'm up. Feels like Big Daddy. You remember that scene in Big Daddy where he's just wrestling around on it? Like, that's what it feels like. I'm like, all right, I'm up.
On the newspaper?
Yeah, so rolling around on the newspaper, yeah. And then Kate woke up, and I'm like, I got him. I said, he's coming into bed with us. I said, I'm not taking 3 hours to rock him back to sleep like you did the other night. She goes, okay, that's fine.
So, you're setting a dangerous precedent.
So, we haven't done it once this week, and I'm just like, I need to get some sleep. I know he will sleep if he comes in here. I need to get at least 5 more hours of sleep because it was midnight. Like, I need to get at least 5 more hours of sleep or I'm going to be miserable again today. I said, it's only been getting worse. She goes, okay, that's fine. So she got up for work at about 5:45. She snuck out of the room without waking him up. And then the dog slept in our room last night, and she usually takes the dog out before she goes to work. So she texts me, how am I supposed to take the dog out? He's still in our room. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll do it. I'm like, I'll figure it out when we all wake up. And she goes, okay. So I carried him around with me while I walked the dog around the back because our dog will take off if he's not leashed. So, and I've been looking into the invisible fences and I've been looking into the collars.
That's what we have for ours.
The ones with the collar where you do
and you have a remote that you can.
Oh, it's a remote. You'll have to send me that. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yep.
Yeah, I because our yard isn't totally fenced in. I'm not ready to pull the trigger on that yet because it's not cheap. But it's like, and it gets me out of the house every once in a while too. It's like, oh, come on, fat boy, let's go for a talking to myself. Not that my dog's in better shape than Mr. T was in Rocky 3. So yeah, it's like, but yeah, it's been a week. It's been a hell of a week. So luckily enough, on the other side, I know we don't talk about it a lot on the show, but business has been finally picking back up, which is nice. So our numbers are starting to look better. So that's been the gleaming light of hope that I've had all week. We both got out and played a round.
Yep.
This week. I already got my round set up for next week because I got the bug now. A couple days in the 50s next week, so I'm taking advantage of one of those. And we were talking right before we came on live what our how we each played, and like we your first round of the year, right?
My first round of the year.
This was my second one. This is only the second time I played. I've played New Year. I'm trying to make that a habit now. As long as the weather's not terrible, playing on New Year's. I'm 2 years in a row now playing on New Year's Day.
Nice.
So this was technically my second round, but obviously it's been 2 months, so a little rusty. Yeah, getting out there, but the weather was beautiful. You played same day as me, Tuesday. Yeah. Weather was beautiful for us big guys. The way we
I was out here shorts and a polo shirt.
I went pants and a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
I wanted my arms to be more free. So yeah. Yep. It was a beautiful day to get out there and hit the links and everything. So
had some good holes and some bad holes. That's how it goes.
That's the way of life, isn't it?
But for first round, I'm like, okay, my game's in a decent spot.
Sure, in a decent. Yep, absolutely. And then, like I said, I've reached out. I've been saying this for years, and I finally pulled the trigger. I reached out to a couple different pros around the area to take some swing lessons and everything like that. So I'll be quote unquote interviewing here over the next couple of weeks to find someone that I feel comfortable with and stuff like that. and then going to them to try to work on my swing. So you know what part of my game I want to work on the most. That way, because I just want I can keep up for the the last time me and you played was Compass Point by me. Remember after the fall meeting. And I kept up with you for the most part. I mean, yes, you outdrive me, but I eventually catch up, and I'm usually only one stroke behind most times.
Yeah.
So and on the par threes, I match you head to head pretty well. So I still my closest shot ever was with you at shout out Worthington Manor. That it was the back nine par three, wasn't it? Where it's only like 92 yards or something like that.
You stuck it,
dude. 6 or 8 inches. It was crazy. I mean, that's you ask a girl and it was only like 2 inches, but hey,
it was 2 dick sizes.
That's right. That's right.
Maybe 3.
2 average size. Yes.
So
yes, but no, that was I lost it in the air, and when it landed, I just heard you go in, and I'm like I looked down, I'm like, oh shit, because I the goal in my heart, if I ever hit that, I'm sprinting to the hole. But unfortunately, with that one, you have to go off a cliff, essentially, with that hole. So I would have had to run around.
Yep.
I would have had to backtrack and go down the cart path just to get to it. But yes, I would have ran to that one 100% for sure. So it's crazy. Like the closer and closer I keep getting on some of these par threes that I play, I feel like it's gonna
come.
And of all people, for it to happen to a guy who, you know what I mean, not that good at golf, and it's I'm gonna hit it before most people who can tear me up on the golf course. I might get a hole in one before them. That's what I keep telling myself in my mind.
There you go.
Just stick to it. Hit your shot the way you hit your shot. Don't listen to what everybody else is using, all that kind of stuff. Use what you know is going to go, and then go from there.
Yeah, I've definitely got the golf bug right now. I mean, the weather is turning.
Yeah.
We've got Full Swing just came out.
Yes.
Season 3.
Third season, yep. Talk about Scotty's arrest. I
It
saw the
was
previews.
awesome.
I haven't watched it yet, but I saw some of the previews on Netflix. I'm like, man, I got to get to that episode.
Yeah.
So
that was I haven't finished it yet, but I'm a few episodes into it. It's good.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I know we've both played the 2K golf or whatever.
Yeah.
The new one
2K25
just came out.
Yep. I've been fooling around on Road to the Masters, the one that the PGA put out. So where they use the actual name of all because 2K can't use the real names.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get permission to use like Augusta's real name and everything like that. But in Road to the Masters, that golf game, they do use the actual names of the real courses and everything like that. Yeah. So that it's I would say it's very, very similar in gameplay because I've played them both. It was on sale. I think I bought it for like $15 or whatever. I'm like, let me just check it out. Let me see what the gameplay's like, and it's very, very similar.
Nice.
It's just the fact that they get to use all the copyrighted names of the actual courses and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. So it's pretty cool. I'll still end up downloading 2K.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that this weekend. I think.
There you
go. So excited about that.
We neighbors walking by.
So yeah, golf is in swing for sure.
Yep. Barstool just put out an episode, 30-minute episode, playing 3 holes with Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
That was good. And Frankie trying to figure out if Scotty had gotten a new number.
Yes. Yep. That was the whole plot leading up. So, and then the greatest thing is Trent talking shit.
Oh yeah,
Trent talking magic the whole time. He's like, man, can't wait till we can get to our ball. And it was one that he hit, not one that Scotty hit.
Yep.
Like Trent's golf game has because I remember watching him on the Breaking 100 series. Now I think they're on Breaking 80 for him or something crazy like that.
I think he broke 90.
He broke 90 1 or 2 times. Yeah. So now the next one is Breaking 80. So yeah, you know who I would like to see do a combo is Trent versus Bob from Bob Does. Just them two. And then Frankie is Trent's caddy and Fat Perez is Bob's caddy.
Yeah.
So, and then you just got Joey Coldcuts on the audio. Joey Coldcuts and Riggs doing the audio, which I think would be absolutely a great
That would be funny.
1-2 punch. But just them two, 18 holes. Probably do match play would probably be better because things can get a little out of control with them
They
too.
could go to beef for any swing thoughts.
Oh my goodness, how great would that be, right? Yes. Yep.
I think
Yep.
he's awesome.
Oh, Barstool Beef. Oh my goodness, yes. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I love the thing that they put out when they were at the Waste Management Open. How like
He takes his hat off
to greet someone and like the utmost respect. And it's like that comes from where he was raised. You know what I mean? You don't do that just out of the blue or anything like that.
Yeah.
And and Frankie came on the podcast and was like, "Man," he goes, I thought it was a joke, like he did it the first game. He goes, he did it to over 1,000 people each day. He goes, and he still does it now. He did it weeks before when we first met him. He still does it now. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yep.
In other news, there is a certain type of vehicle that you would say while you're in the insurance world, if you see that vehicle may be involved in certain things, or you may categorize.
Where are you going with this?
So
okay,
no
idea. We didn't prep for this one at all.
You don't know about this. You know how I talked about the guy Cletus or whatever?
Yeah.
That gave the ripping around like a bald eagle.
Yes, yeah, gave the.
So he's got his own YouTube channel.
Okay.
And stuff. They bought like a racetrack.
Okay.
They held the Altima 600.
Oh my goodness.
There were 70 or 60 something Nissan Altimas in this race.
What the hell?
They've done it before with like Crown Vics that you would buy at like an auction.
In auction, yeah, like the old police Crown Vics and stuff like that.
So I think this is the same concept.
Those are souped up, dude.
Yeah.
Those are still. They don't take like the extra souped up stuff out of the engines when they send them to auction.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people like getting those because they got some power behind them.
Exactly.
So that's hilarious.
So you got to check that out. It was amazing.
Yeah. You got to send me his YouTube thing, and I'll definitely subscribe to him and start watching his videos.
But if you haven't already, check out the Altima 600.
That's hilarious. So, I'd be amazed if half of them didn't lose because their transmissions went up halfway through.
So the cars that did crash out or fail, they left on the track.
So you had to go around them? Stop!
It's amazing.
Stop!
It's amazing.
Oh my goodness! You're gonna have a D League of NASCAR coming soon, and it's just gonna be stuff like that.
But the YouTube views and stuff on that probably beats the lower series in NASCAR and stuff.
Yep.
And
it's
entertaining.
YouTube, you get a bigger audience.
Yeah.
Right. YouTube is free. You don't have to have cable or subscribe or, ESPN, all that kind of stuff. YouTube is free as long as you have internet.
Yeah.
So you get a much bigger pool of people who look at it, and then, but the sad part is like some people will see like NASCAR, all that kind of stuff, and then be like, oh man, I ought to watch a real race. And then they get into a real race and they're like, it's nothing like that.
Yeah. But this guy's got like 4 or 5 million subscribers.
Oh, wow. And so he drops a video, he's getting 1 million plus views probably right off the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So
I gotcha.
But it's incredible. You got to watch
hilarious. The Nissan Altima 600.
If anyone watches that, please comment and let us know your thoughts on the Altima 600.
That's absolutely amazing.
I think that sounds like an awesome idea.
That's pure entertainment.
Dude, if I had a bunch of money and could buy a racetrack.
How did you get that many people to sign up to do it, though?
He's got a big following.
Obviously.
And, in the South.
You pull guys from the smaller circuits and stuff like that. I'm sure it's not too hard to
I think it's just like regular guys like me and you that are going out and doing that kind of stuff.
That's even better.
I don't think it's like race car drivers.
Semi-professionals or anything, yeah.
Which
hilarious.
I think that's on
makes it
my
even
bucket
better.
list. That would be so much fun.
Yes. Yeah, it would be. I'd have to make sure my life insurance is up to date, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's absolutely amazing.
I think they do stuff to reinforce the safety of the cars or something.
Think so.
I don't know.
I mean, what's the max speed a Nissan Altima can go? Like $130, maybe, if you take the governor off.
I don't know.
Maybe 140,
like that,
depending on the road and everything, obviously. But that's hilarious.
So
I was
got to check that out.
I was caught out of left field on that one, but that's absolutely amazing. I was like, where is he going with this?
Exactly.
So,
and then this week we got the NFL Combine.
yes.
Which is one of the used to be, probably not anymore because they've kind of changed the times around and stuff. But it used to be one of those things that you would have on while you're working. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah. Did you see that offensive tackle? He was an offensive tackle or offensive guard that ran a 4.8. Dude
This
was
year?
like 330. He was like 6'6", 6'7", 330 pounds, ran a 4.88.
Last night?
Yes.
I did not see that.
Big old white country boy.
Oh, and he was white?
Yes. 4.88. He was humming.
White guys are on the come up.
Who was one of the broadcaster was like, man, he's moving. And then it came up 4.88. They were like, what? Like everyone got quiet.
I did not see that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it was. I was scrolling this morning when I was getting ready, and I think it was on ESPN's Instagram, and I'm like, good Lord. And somebody commented under, yeah, they're making white boys differently nowadays. But I mean, it's like all athletes in general. Buddy of mine, he was my high school quarterback, right? He posted just the other day, he goes, the time of pocket QBs is slowly
It's gone.
going away because you have guys that are 300 plus pounds running sub 5-second 40s and benching 500 and 600 pounds, and it's like you got to be able to move.
Well, the other thing is you look at the game from youth league levels to high school to college.
It's all converting to running quarterbacks now.
Nobody's playing that pro style where they're under center,
multiple option, and all that kind of stuff is becoming the game.
It's all spread. It's all read
RPO.
option, RPO, which there are teams that'll run single wing and stuff like that.
But
that's still more of the option game than anything else.
Yep. It's more of a dynamic part of the game, though. But what I like about it most is that I think that it's bringing the running game back.
Oh, the running game is back.
I think look at who won the Super Bowl, right?
Bully ball.
It's redefining your run game, and the run game is the reason Ravens have been so successful in the regular season. I will point that out clearly. In the regular season, they've been so successful is because we've been the number one rushing team in the league for the past since Lamar came on for 5 straight years. We've been, because of not only what our running backs did, but then you add on what Lamar does on top of that in the run game. We've had one losing season. Maybe we went 500 or something, but that's when Lamar was out by week 4 or something crazy. But we still were top 5 in rushing that year. So it's bringing back the running game, which I think is hilarious because over the past, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you'll agree 100%. The NFL has slowly tried to make throwing the ball easier by making it harder for defenses to touch wide receivers, hit wide receivers, and all that kind of stuff. Because the NFL wants more explosive plays, and it's like all these offensive coordinators are like, that's cool, so we're going to send our wide receivers downfield. You have to stick with them. It's not like you can know that you got extra help, and then we're just going to run the ball up the middle. Yeah,
I think a lot of what it is you see a lot of these linebackers and D linemen that maybe, I'm talking in general, not the oddities like a 340 guy running a 4.88, but a lot of the D linemen are getting smaller. A lot of the linebackers are 220, 230.
TJ Watt.
You're not having the 240 and 250 pound linebackers that are going to come downhill and stuff the run. They're more worried about can they cover. When a defense is built that way, you're going to attack their weakness, which they can't stop the run. So the teams like the Eagles and the Ravens that are able to take advantage of that, they're going to do what everyone else is not doing.
Correct.
And that's...
But you got X Factor guys like a Kyle Hamilton. Who is, he's probably 210, somewhere in there, but I'll take him head to head against just about any running back in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But those guys are rare, right? Let me pull back on that. Those guys are rare that can do that, where he can come up and he can be on the line getting ready to rush. He can go back and cover a tight end or wide receiver, or he can come down into the middle and play linebacker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a very rare breed of a guy. Hence why in his third year he's already made All Pro. You know what I mean? Like it's it's one of those things though where those guys are like once in a generation types, but there's a few of them out there.
Yeah.
There's a few.
And a lot of the, what they're looking for now is what are their sack numbers look like? What Nobody cares if they can stop the run.
Nope.
Which
Can they get after
those pass
the quarterback?
rushers may go 2 gaps over to try and sack the quarterback, but hey, your run lane is
wide
you didn't
open.
fill your gap.
Nope.
There you go.
Wide open. Wide open.
So, going back to another conversation we had last week, we talked about who is the best interior D lineman.
Yeah.
And I said Jalen Carter. You said Chris Jones. That's created some conversation.
Yes, yeah, and I love it. I love it. That's what bigger beauty of sports, rather than two differing opinions and then being able to offer, hey, what's your opinion? You know what I mean? And it's all about opinion, because I don't think that there is a true...
Opinions are like assholes.
Everyone's got one. Everyone's got one. Some of them stink. Some of them are clean. You know what I mean? It is what it is, depending on how good you wiped your ass this morning. Dude Wipes. Shout out Dude Wipes. I love those.
There you go.
I want to get sponsored by Dude Wipes. That'd be awesome.
But one thing we were going to talk about today was, who's your edge rusher? Who's the best edge rusher in the NFL right now?
So I can go one of two ways on this. Are we talking true edge rusher or most dynamic edge rusher? Meaning they can peel off and cover a tight end, or are we talking truly...
Don't give a shit about coverage.
Don't give a shit about coverage? TJ Watt.
Okay.
And I know yours.
Who's mine?
Myles Garrett.
I would say probably yes.
Yeah. To me personally, and I've unfortunately I have to play both of them twice a year. Well, my team does. Maybe we'll see. Might only have to play one of them twice a year if Garrett ends up going somewhere. But I don't see anyone being better than a healthy TJ Watt. Healthy TJ. We're talking fully healthy, of course.
Yeah.
So, but it's once again, defensive player of the year, multiple years. Hard to argue with your opinion.
I think Micah Parsons is in that conversation too. He just doesn't.
He's top 3, but he's not 1 or 2. Not yet.
Yeah. He doesn't rush often enough.
No. He's what. Why did I ask? Right. Yeah. I specifically asked. Are we talking all around? Or are we talking simply who can get after that quarterback the best? My opinion's TJ Watt. Yours is. I figured yours would be Myles.
Yeah.
So, which once again, I don't think either of us are wrong.
I almost went with a Bosa brother, but I didn't.
Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that he got overlooked this past year as one of the better defenders because of how unsuccessful his team was.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he keeps flying under the radar, is because of his up and downness on that team, where Cleveland's always down, always, but you know that they got Myles Garrett.
Exactly.
The Pittsburgh never had a losing season. You know they got TJ Watt.
Yep.
Right? San Francisco, they're in the Super Bowl one year. They missed the playoffs the next year. They're in the NFC Championship the next year. They missed the playoffs. It's like they can't find a rhythm any which way, and I think that's kind of why he gets overlooked. But he's top 5.
Yeah.
He's top, but I don't think he's 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
He's 4 or 5 in my opinion.
Okay.
So I'd put him at 4 or 5 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually, fuck it. I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna go Max Crosby.
Max Crosby's 4 for me.
Okay.
He's behind Parsons. I go TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, Nick Bosa. Aiden Hutchinson is 6.
Aiden Hutchinson, someone commented as interior. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No.
But I think they dismissed that and just went.
Stop watching only Detroit Lions football.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you missed it.
But I think it is hard to argue against Watt and Myles Garrett.
I think they're 1 and 2, and you can flip a coin on which one is 1 and which one is 2.
So just to recap, top edge rushers. I'll go Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
You got TJ Watt.
Yep.
Give us
and who's
your thoughts.
Who's your number 2?
Max Crosby.
So you got Crosby ahead of TJ Watt.
Yeah.
Who's number 3?
TJ Watt.
Okay. All right. And then
Bosa.
And then Parsons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because Parsons doesn't rush as often.
No, that's fair. But when
So.
he does, he usually gets home.
Yeah.
That's why I have him up first.
Or they're going to slide the entire line to him.
That too.
You know.
That too. Max Crosby has an engine like TJ Watt. He does not stop.
He's a typical white guy. He's a hard worker. He plays until the whistle.
Yeah.
He's a lunch pail guy. Lots of hustle. Couldn't be that he's athletic or a good player.
Right.
He's a lunch pail guy.
Correct. Yep. So Hutchinson has that motor as well. So and I mean, it's hard to say a guy like Micah Parsons doesn't have that motor because you see him drop back, but he does have it.
Yeah.
But you see it, like you keep saying, they use him in pass coverage almost just as often as they let him go after the quarterback. So I feel like that's where that is. Myles Garrett, I feel like he almost picks and chooses when he wants to get after the quarterback. And I think I put TJ Watt in that position too. So I think that those guys, and both of those guys have more years than the rest of those guys in the league, I think they're smarter in the fact that the reason why they lead the league every single year in sacks is because they know when they're going to have their best chance to get after the quarterback. And where some of those other guys, they're just going high motor no matter what the outcome is.
Yeah.
Right? So, and every once in a while, they let up a big play. You never see TJ Watt or Myles Garrett let up a big play.
And you can tell with TJ Watt, who's been notorious for picking off those short passes and stuff. Yep. You know when the short game's coming. You know, you can sense when the screen's coming.
Yep. Once again,
that's
savvy veteran. Yeah. For both of those guys.
Comes with experience.
Yep. But once again, because they know the game so well, they do the film study so well, they know when their best opportunity is going to be to get after the quarterback, which is why they have such a high success rate. Rather than just, taking every single attempt and getting after him, you're going to wear yourself out and you're not going to be that 100% that you need to be to do it when it can happen. So that's my frame of mind on why those guys are 1 and 2 for me. But very good discussion. I think just obviously we'll get a couple randoms thrown in there that we're like, okay, honorable mention, sure, stuff like that. Then, but just the argument, it's not an argument. The debate is who can get after the passer better, not who is the overall better end, because once again, Parsons drops in the coverage a lot. TJ Watt will drop in the coverage more often than I think Garrett does. But if you need one guy to get after the quarterback and he plays defensive end, who are you taking? You're taking Garrett. I'm taking Watt.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And keeping it on the NFL, someone who's been in the headlines. Maybe not for good things.
No.
He may be on the Deshaun Watson route. Justin Tucker.
It's a sad day.
Baltimore's hero.
Yeah. It
many happy endings.
One and off the field. It raises a lot of red flags as to
not many happy endings for him this year.
Okay. So that's what I'm getting to. Raises a red flag as to did he know that these allegations were coming? And that's why he plummeted.
Kickers are a head case, so
he plummeted.
That could be valid.
Plummeted off the earth.
Who the hell blackmailed him with that stuff and waited that long to put it out, though?
No idea. I guess they were waiting to see.
Guilty conscience?
I guess they were maybe waiting to see if they were going to make the Super Bowl and then drop the news that week. You imagine if that would have happened, right? So listen, if it's true, shame on Tucker. Lock him away, throw away the key. Shouldn't do that shit.
Especially if you're in that limelight. Like, how can you
How do you think you're going to get away with that? If somehow it's found to be not true, which I think there's way too many people coming out for it to not be true. If somehow they all come back and say, yeah, we got together and conspired and lied, then
they need to be held accountable.
They need to be held accountable, but you have ruined his career now. Because I don't think he mentally comes back from this. Yeah. Now, if it ends up being true, sir, you just cost yourself the Hall of Fame. You are going to be a first ballot, first year, first vote Hall of Famer, and you just lost that. You will never get a bust in Canton.
To make the Ravens Ring of Honor?
No. Did you hear Gruden just
Ray
got
Lewis made it, right?
Did you hear Gruden just got reinstated? Ray Lewis got off on those charges. Don't start with me. Did you see that Gruden got reinstated?
Didn't Terrell Suggs just pull a gun on someone in a drive-thru?
He did, yeah. He didn't make the Hall of Fame, so he flashes a gun into somebody. Like, what are we doing? Ben Cleveland gets character. Ben Cleveland arrested for DUI. Like, guys, just come on, man.
Real strong culture there, but
oh Lord,
I'm not gonna get you started.
I don't know. I think Suggs got snubbed for the whole. That's another pun. Snub nose snub. Sorry, I've been dropping them all day. Busted in Canton. Get it? Haha. As soon as I said it, I'm like, please don't pick up on that. Anyway, I think Suggs got snubbed. I do think that Yanda will get in because he was undoubtedly one of the most dominant guard in the league for years. But it's hard to get in first ballot as a lineman unless you're
especially a guard
center. Unless you're a center or a tackle, left tackle. Left tackle. Left tackle or center, I think, are the two that have the best chance of getting in first ballot, which Jason Kelce, I think, will be first ballot first year.
ESPN will push that.
But 100%. But I do believe...
Not that it's not deserved.
I do believe that Yanda will get in, and I do think that Suggs will get in. I do.
Yeah.
I really do. And, just keep your nose clean, man. Like, come on, man. Like, just stop doing stupid shit. That's all that I ask. Stop doing stupid shit.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Oh, my goodness. Baba said these are my magic shoes. Baba said they take me anywhere.
Oh, man.
Bubba. Unbelievable.
It's
just, it truly is unbelievable. Just, I mean, it's hard to be a Ravens fan. It's already hard with the outcomes that we've had year after year, knowing that on paper we have top 3 team in the league, yet we cannot make it happen. And now you have all this off-season stuff that's constantly happening. So, sorry, still PTSD rolling. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, moving on from those bright spots.
Yes, please. Thanks for bringing my week down as if I'm having a great one.
Well, you were the one that said we needed to talk about Justin Tucker.
No, I know I did. It needed to be said. Opinions needed to be out there.
I think I've got a few more things here.
Sure.
Spring training's in full swing.
Yeah. No pun intended.
Yeah. So
I'm excited. I'm excited for baseball. So now that football season, well, we got the combine, but now that the season is officially over, I am pretty excited for baseball. Baseball and golf now is that'll carry me through summer. I know we got March Madness coming up, so that'll be fun to watch and everything.
Oh, Maryland lost
heartbreaker
on Monday.
Good Lord,
or whatever day that was.
Yep. So had a lot of couch coaches out there on Facebook saying, "How do you leave time on the blah blah?" I'm like,
hey, he didn't take the best shot before that,
yeah,
and then they get the rebound and
yep, hit a prayer.
Hey, hopefully this is a learning lesson.
Yeah.
For Maryland. And
Maryland's been growing national spotlight because they could be a Cinderella in the tournament.
They're getting back to national relevance.
I think so. And they're continuing to show that they're still out there recruiting next talent. I mean, they've already had a couple commits.
Yeah.
So a couple big names commit for next year.
The freshman that they got this year, Derek Queen, is unbelievable.
He's a ball player.
Not the most athletic guy in the world, but
which is why I think you could see him come back. Because if he's talking to anybody right now, they're probably going to tell him, listen, you're not up there athletically to be a number one. So maybe take another year. Let's work on that stuff.
I'd love that.
You know what I mean? Bring your draft stock up, and let's shoot for 2026.
Yeah.
So,
but I do think the combo of him and Julian Reese in the tournament's gonna be
solid.
they're locked into the tournament.
Solid 1-2.
I think they can make a run.
But
they could also be bounced the first round.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But I think they have the
Yep.
potential to make a big run.
Mm-hmm.
When they're on, I don't think there's anyone that can.
I'll take them getting past the first round.
They also played like shit the other night.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
lost that game on a buzzer beater.
Consistency has been. Yeah.
So, but I will say this: Xfinity Center, I think that's what it's still called. That place was rocking.
Oh,
sold out. I think attendance has been down this year.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time it really looked like the building
was a
factor.
Look at the product that's been on
They've
the floor.
They've had a good year, though.
No. In years past.
Yeah.
Look at the product that's been on the floor in years past. Now look what they're doing this year. They're starting to get some buzz around campus and all that kind of stuff. So, and then all of a sudden you say, hey, they're going to be in the tournament. People are like, oh, let's go check them out.
Yeah.
You know?
So excited for March Madness.
Go Duke.
I've made a deal with my team. If we hit certain numbers,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them Thursday. I'm going to make them rotate. Like, hey, Thursday, one or two of you are off. Friday, one or two of you are off.
That'll be cool.
If we hit a certain number.
Sure. Y'all are slowly learning what we do. We haven't came out and said it yet, but we drop little hints every once in a while about what we do.
So we're in sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, March Madness is exciting.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Yep. Masters is
coming
than
up.
A month away.
Yep.
Almost. I think it's like 38 days or something.
And then we have the good old NBA. I don't know that there's really much to talk about there, but
Luka and LeBron are getting used to each other before making a playoff run. Curry just dropped 58 the other night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. Came up from the grave. All of a sudden, I mean, he still got it. He's still, one of the best shooters, if not still the best shooter in the league. But it's like, the NBA is rolling downhill very quickly. They're not climbing up as much anymore.
I think it's competitive right now. There's no clear favorite.
Boston, still that's maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But coming out of the West, there's no clear.
No, not out of the West. You are seeing Houston and San Antonio come back to reprise their franchises and everything with young talent, which is great.
Wembanyama's out for the year, though, I think.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So,
and I think or something
there's a lot of speculation that Popovich, this is his last year officially.
He hasn't coached like all year yet.
No.
Yeah.
No. So I think he's just been like in an advising role. They named him the head coach, but he's been more of in an advising role, and I think that he might be hanging it up after this year.
Yeah.
So, which, one of the greatest coaches in NBA history. So, hard to argue with that guy's resume.
Absolutely. Have you seen any of the new clips about Grand Theft Auto 6?
Sparingly, here and there. It
looks so realistic.
I mean, they've been working on it for almost 8 years.
Yeah. It better look good.
That's what I'm saying. But it requires, so you're going to be required to have the newest system.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be required to have 4K TV, all that. If you want it to look like that,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So they show that, and then all of a sudden, the random person who doesn't have all that highest top of the line stuff, they get it and they're like, well, shit, this doesn't look like it did on TV.
Exactly.
So, but yes, it does look like real. Did you ever play Red Dead Redemption? Those were
Red Dead 2?
I've played it twice. I've played the story twice.
Arthur Morgan.
Through. Yes. So, sorry, I messed with the mic here. I played it twice, and I'm on my third time going through. Like, I try to do it differently each time, just because apparently you can do it like up to 100 times. You'll never take the same story. You'll never have the same story. So I just keep rolling it over and stuff like that. And yes, so Rockstar, obviously, same ones who make Grand Theft Auto, but they dropped Red Dead 2 and they had already been in production for the new Grand Theft Auto 2 years prior to that. So when they dropped Red Dead a few years ago, the main focus has been Grand Theft Auto, and it's going to be great timing because the excitement of Red Dead, I think, is finally getting to that point where it's like, all right, you guys need to drop something new.
Yeah.
We need something a little new. Okay, back up for Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
So, and then I think you'll get a Red Dead 3 5 or 6 years after that.
Where do they go with that story?
New civilization. Maybe they finally take it all the way out west to like a San Francisco setting.
Yeah.
Like up and coming San Francisco out west with the gold rush.
That would be interesting.
And all that kind of stuff. I think that would be a cool story to run.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something that they could do. Yeah, I mean they have unlimited resources on what they could do with that. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So Grand Theft Auto brings you to modern day. Obviously, Red Dead is there to take you back, and then you got I don't think Rockstar did it, but Assassin's Creed took you all the way back. It took you all to like Roman times and stuff like that, which that was pretty cool. It wasn't as free play as Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto are, but it took you back to there and stuff like that. So yeah, they can go anywhere they want with it.
Did you ever play the Mafia games?
I did. Yeah.
Those were cool.
Yep, I used to play those. Yeah. Yep, on the old Xboxes and stuff. Yep. I had the old I had Scarface. You ever play that one?
No.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Played the Godfather video game, all that kind of stuff, just the different things that they did with the storyline.
I've got one that we should do. Our top, let's call it top 3 video games that are not sports games.
I was gonna. You probably have to rule that out because I'm gonna go.
Because I would be like Madden and don't play in NBA.
Like, yep. You know. No, I'd be 100% on board with that, and I would probably shock you with one or two old school picks.
Okay.
That I would have, like we're talking Sega Genesis, old school.
Yep, I'm not that old school.
Yep. So yeah, that was my father. I got introduced to gaming with Sega Genesis.
Okay.
So yeah, and I was a kid who never had a Nintendo 64.
I never did either.
Really?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I had PlayStation 1 was my first.
I went Sega. We got Xbox first, and then we got PlayStation.
Okay.
So yeah.
What do you have? You have Xbox now or PlayStation?
I have the newest Xbox and the second to newest PlayStation.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and I just got the Xbox a little over a year ago.
Okay. Yeah, maybe next time we do our top 3, or you want to do that now?
I'm good. No, let's do it next time. Let's save that for next time. We got the edge rushers on this one.
Yeah.
Those are some clips that we're going to pull so we can get you guys in the comment section and everything going. Let's do top 3 non-sports related video games next time.
Okay.
Of any genre except for sports.
Okay.
Any genre and any age except for sports.
All right, I like it.
So,
I think that does it. Dad moment. I'll let you go first.
Yep. My dad moment has been this week. Doc has been kicking my ass. Homeboy just does not want to stay asleep through the night. But I will say this. He is becoming a chatterbox. He is starting to mimic things that we say.
Gotta watch what you say.
Yes. He's finally saying mama, which I love because his whole first year he didn't say it once. Now he's saying it consistently. And when you say where's mom, he'll look at Kate. Where's dad? He'll look at me, which I think the recognition of the words is awesome. He's starting to know a lot of, like, I'll say go get the ball. He'll stop what he's doing and find a ball laying on the ground, grab it, and then walk it up to me holding it like this. So here you go.
Nice.
Yep. So, and that just really, really quick, something that I've never noticed other kids his age do. If there's something on the ground, like a piece of string or a bottle cap or something that we just happen to miss, and like, God forbid he puts it, he'll pick it up. We won't say anything, and he'll look at you and be like, and I'll be like, yeah, bring it here. And he'll walk it over and hand it to you. He won't put it in his mouth. He'll just pick it up and notice that I probably shouldn't have this, or this probably shouldn't be here, and he'll walk it over and hand it to you,
There you
and
go.
then just go about his business playing with his toys. So I've never seen a kid his age do things like that. So I think like that's absolutely awesome. And it's funny, Kate makes the joke all the time. She goes, "See what happens when you don't eat deli meat when you're pregnant?" I'm like, I don't think that had much to do with it. But so because
That's a thing.
No, I know it's a
Yeah.
thing. I absolutely know it's a thing. But I just think it's funny because I'm like, I don't think that's the reason. But yeah, I just think that he's pretty
I
intelligent.
was thinking about it, I'm like, what did they do 50 years ago? They were probably smoking cigarettes and
My mother has openly admitted that she ate lunch meat and smoked when I was in the womb. I said, thanks for stunting my growth. She goes, yeah, you were really stunted. I said, I could have been 6'7", playing in the league.
Oh man.
She goes, yeah, stunted, all right. I'm like, yeah. So, but I think the craziest dad moment this past week is homeboy walked over because I'll drink a gallon of water and like the whole gallon jug and walk around. I think I had it sitting on the floor. And it was about 3/4 of the way full. Homeboy walked over with one hand, picked it up, walked it over, and handed it to me. I'm like, "You're one
muscle boy.
How can you do that?" And I'm like, and when he grabs you and is trying to pull, like, dude, he felt like he ripping skin off.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is wrong with you? And of course, Kate goes, "Look at you." I'm like, yeah, but he's one. Like this took 30-some years to get this strong. So he's a year in. So what about you? What do you got?
Let's see. So last weekend I took Haley to the batting cages for the first time.
Oh, okay. Spring Saint.
Getting ready for she's doing softball for the first time.
Yep. Softball, baseball's in the air.
Yep. So I thought we were gonna go there and she was gonna struggle.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I might have to talk her into doing this again.
Uh-huh.
But we got through like the first set of tokens that we had gotten.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, do you want to do more? Do you want to go home?
Uh-huh.
And she was doing well. I was surprised.
Nice.
Even on like the last one, she bumped the speed up.
Not off of a tee. She's gonna get pitched to and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's coach pitch, but
still though, I mean that hand-eye coordination. It's not easy.
The way we did t-ball, which just may be a little bit of but pretty much everyone was doing it, and this may be a little bit of a hardo move.
Mm-hmm.
But what we would do is I would go out there and I would give each player like 5 pitches, and if they could hit it,
great,
awesome.
Go for it.
They're gonna run the bases.
Sure.
If they don't hit it in those 5 pitches, we're gonna put it on the tee, and then they're gonna do it,
dude.
So it was never just off of the tee.
You're developing them though. That's the point of those young years, is to develop them. If you just if T-ball year, all you did was put it on a tee, they are learning nothing at bat.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there were still some kids that
swing and miss. Sure.
No, on the tee too. But
no, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Swing and miss on the tee. Oh yeah. No.
But
I get it.
But yeah,
it's not an easy sport.
No.
Me and my father, we were talking about this the other day. What are the 2 hardest things to do in sports?
Hit a baseball.
The second one was hit a golf ball straight.
Yeah.
Straight.
I would agree.
Like, cleanly hit a golf ball straight. Think about all the people that are in baseball. Think about all the people that are in golf. And then think about the minimum number who make it to the professional level.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah.
But I was happy she wanted to go back and do more.
That's awesome.
She's already asking about going to do it this weekend too.
That's awesome. Well, you got one nice day, Saturday. Sunday is going to be cold.
Yeah,
dropping down in the low 30s.
Well, it's inside, so it's not.
Oh, it's indoor?
Yeah, it's not bad.
They got fancy stuff out there. Yeah, us poor people down here around the city, we got.
I didn't have one of those growing up. But and then Colt, my brother-in-law, their son is he's a little older than Colt and stuff. And I think he's going to be 6 this year, but they had this old tractor that has the battery and stuff.
Yes, the old John Deere. Yeah.
And they brought that over because their son was done with it.
Yeah.
Colt could not have been happier. So watching him drive that around, he did well.
Yeah.
He didn't run into anything.
Yeah.
And to get out of our garage, you gotta go between my truck and the Suburban.
Ooh.
So it's kind of a squeeze
a little bit of a tight
did
squeeze.
It without hitting anything.
There you go.
He power slides it down the driveway after he's past that and just giggling, and I'm like, all right,
Love
this is
that.
cool.
That's
So,
awesome. That's all. That's both of those are they're awesome dad moments. That's awesome.
Sorry, Aubrey, I didn't include you, but
Middle child.
that's all we got. So,
all right, wrapping up. We'll see you all next week.
See you next week.
Kevin's going to get the shorts put up for Edge Rusher. Make sure you guys comment.
Yep.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
Share it. Absolutely.